Good morning, men. Today is the day that I have been appointed to testify to the goodness and providential care of our great God. And I see his providential care and goodness even in appointing me this very day, because today I get to celebrate what is, apart from being in Christ, the greatest gift that God has ever given me, and that is my wife. Today is our 5th anniversary. Rachel, I'm so thankful for you. I'm so thankful for your care for me, for being a sister in Christ who says the hard things and the encouraging things, for being there for me. Thank you so much. Thanks be to God for you. And many men have said, and I say again, that I could not do what I do without my wife. And I'll just explain. Obviously, I'm a seminary student and all the work that's involved with that. Also, I work at Grace Community Church, which takes some time. But in addition, I also run a business that has me on call 365 days out of the year. And many days I have to drop what I'm doing and work all day. And so I'm very, very busy. And because of what I know God demands for a man's household, for a Christian household, because I know what he expects of the raising of children, it's only because of my wife that I can leave and do what I have to do, because I know that she earnestly seeks the Lord. She earnestly seeks him early in the morning. I therefore know that my children are being raised with the love of Christ, being taught his word, being discipled and disciplined. And that allows me to be able to leave and do everything that I have to do. And our lives are so intertwined. Our testimonies are intertwined together. We were unconverted when we met and began dating. God saved her first and then saved me. And I was not even looking for God. I was what I call a contented heathen, had no interest in God. And yet God saved me and radically changed me forever, changed my wife, changed our relationship. And when he saved me, he made me a shepherd immediately. That was his own sovereign doing. It wasn't something that I chose, but he made me a shepherd. And immediately my home was filled with men reading the scriptures together, listening to sermons, praying together. And it became clear eventually that I needed training. And God providentially, in his goodness, brought me to the Master's Seminary, and I'm so thankful for this institution. I've seen God's care in my life going through seminary here in so many ways. A couple practical examples would be Professor Bashur, my Hebrew teacher. Hebrew for me was very, very hard. Coming into seminary as a man in his mid-30s who hadn't been in school since he was 16, got his GED when he was 17, learning Hebrew was hard. And one of the things that will forever bring me comfort was his prayers. It was obvious morning after morning after morning, before we took a quiz, before we took a test, not only was this man a scholar, but he was a pastor. He was a shepherd praying for his sheep. And I was so impacted by that even to this day. I'm also grateful for chapel because, again, Hebrew was so incredibly hard, and I would leave on Tuesday morning knowing I've got to have all this memorized by Thursday in less than 48 hours. It's impossible. And the two choices were go home and cry or go to chapel and worship the Lord. And so I'm so grateful for chapel. I'm so grateful that this institution has made it more than just academics. They've made it worship. I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful for men like Dr. Clausen and Dr. Nathan Buznitz. You guys allowed me to ask many, many questions. Dr. Clausen put me on a 3-question limit. Most of you guys don't know this, but the thing to do was to come and ask me before class, hey, Chris, will you ask this? Hey, Chris, are you going to ask this? And I'm so grateful for these men who had both the wisdom and the humility to be able to discern between a man who hadn't done his homework and was asking questions he shouldn't versus a man who'd done his homework and was now trying to think critically. And these men would walk through the issues with me and help us all think biblically about the things that they were teaching. And I'm so grateful for their model of humility, their wisdom. I'm grateful for Dr. Harris for just submerging me in the Bible in a way that I wouldn't have made it through seminary without. I'm thankful for Dr. Carl Hargrove for 3 years of internship with you. That has profoundly impacted my life, and I hope to be the man of God that you are. So thank you very, very much. I'm so indebted to this institution. This is such a special place. I'm so indebted to the professors here who really have given their lives to us. These men could go and teach anywhere in the country where the cost of living would be a fraction of what it is here, and yet they've chosen to be here and to pour into us. And for that, I am eternally grateful. I can see God's providential care in bringing me here and the professors that I've had. I'm so grateful to God for what he has done and even continues to do. To be clear, the Master's Seminary did not make me God's man. That was the grace of God. But the Master's Seminary has shown me what it means to be God's man. And I will be forever grateful for that. So looking forward, I've been expecting a baby that's due here in the next few days, so you guys can pray for my wife. We are very excited. After that, ordination here at Grace Church this summer, and after that, we'll be moving up to Oregon to a very spiritually dark and hard place. So we'll be going up there to Pastor Cannon Beach Bible Church, a small congregation that loves Christ, loves His Word, loves each other, and loves the lost. So my wife and I are exceedingly glad and grateful for that opportunity. Thank you, man.